Good morning students. Welcome back again to our channel. Today this is a part second video of the same chapter number 12, reproduction in plants. So just recall that what you have learned from the chapter number part first video about what is reproduction, two types of reproduction which plants are doing, sexual and asexual reproduction. And the part first video I have told you there are 4 to 5 types are there of asexual reproduction. In the part first video I have completed two types of asexual reproduction, it is binary fission and the budding. Today in this video I am going to teach you about the third and fourth asexual reproduction method. That is the third one is fragmentation and fourth one is vegetative reproduction. Third one is fragmentation and the fourth one is vegetative reproduction. Now what is the fragmentation? Spirogyra is an alga which can grow and multiply by fragmentation. Means Spirogyra is what is there is an alga. This is an alga which can grow and multiply by fragmentation. Multiply means the number of this Spirogyra will increase when water and nutrients are available. And Spirogyra breaks off into two or more pieces. Means Spirogyra is an alga, so which can grow and multiply. Means they can grow and multiply by fragmentation. Means fragmentation means when they will grow, when they will get water and nutrients are available. And Spirogyra breaks off into two or more pieces. So means they divided into two or more pieces. These pieces grow into new individuals. Now these two pieces which divided into two halves, these grow into new individuals. This cover a large area of pond in short period of time. So means algae you have seen many times in the rivers, in the pond, lakes. Means a green colored substance जो पानी के ऊपर layer होता है, that is a Spirogyra only. So means where they are growing, when they will get water and nutrients are available to them. You can see in the picture also. First is divided into two parts. Its full part is there, then it's divided into two parts as they get water and nutrients. Then these grow into the new individuals. और अभी ये new individuals में grow हैं, and this will cover a large area of pond in a short period of time. In short period of time में they will cover a large area of pond because water is available and they need water to grow only. Okay, so this is the third process of asexual reproduction. Fourth one is vegetative reproduction. This I have taught you, vegetative reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are produced from vegetative parts such as root, stems and the leaves, buds. Means in this type of reproduction method, asexual reproduction, vegetative reproduction is there, means in which new plants are produced from the vegetative parts of the plant. Means in this method plants are growing from the vegetative parts of a plant such as root, stems, leaves and the buds. Then the examples are sweet potato, cacti, bryophyllum and the ginger. These are the 5 examples, means are the examples of vegetative reproduction. Okay, this is the third and the fourth number method of the asexual reproduction. Fragmentation, just see it again because this will help in the higher grades when you will go higher grades. So this is very helpful for you. So just see again what is the fragmentation, how it takes place. Spirogyra is an alga which can grow and multiply by fragmentation. Means they can grow and they can multiply, means increasing in the number by the fragmentation when the water and nutrients are available to Spirogyra. An alga breaks up into two or more pieces. These pieces grow into new individuals. Now these pieces divided into two parts and become a new individual. This cover a large area of pond in short period of time. Up to third process you have seen कि कहाँ पर भी कोई दूसरा मतलब asexual I have told कि only one single parent is involved. So up to that you are seeing कि only one single parent is involved in all the cases. Then in binary fission also. Then in fragmentation also, in the vegetative reproduction also, only when root kabhi le raha hai, kabhi stem, kabhi leaves and buds. Means only one single parent is involved in all these process. That's why it is known as a asexual reproduction. So now vegetative reproduction, I have told, means new plants can rise from the vegetative parts of the plant. Now which are the vegetative parts? They are the root, stem, leaves and the buds. Examples are sweet potato, ginger, cacti and the bryophyllum. These are the examples of vegetative reproduction. So I hope you understood about the 4 types of asexual reproduction. Now move forward. Second main important topic, that is sexual reproduction. As I have told you, the meaning of sexual reproduction means in this process both male and female are involved. In this reproduction process both male and as well as female is involved. Now in sexual reproduction means it takes place in plants. But first of all, which part of the plant is known as the reproductive part of plant? Flower. Flower is known as the reproductive part of a plant. Okay. Now see what is there in sexual reproduction. Once again I am going to tell definition. Means sexual reproduction means in which both male and female are involved. So flowering plants produce flowers. Means the flowering plants जो होते हैं, what it produce? It produces flowers as a reproductive organs. So means flower is known as the reproductive organ of a plant. Flower is known as the reproductive organ of a plant. In flower, a stamen is a male part. In flower, a stamen is a main part and a pistil is a female part. Means in a flowering plant, it produces the flowers, and flower is known as the reproductive organ of a plant. In a flower, a stamen is a male part and a pistil is a female part. So just you have to keep in mind that reproductive organ of a plant is flower. So in that, a stamen is a male part and a pistil is a female part. You have seen now here in asexual reproduction, as I have told you, only one single parent is involved, and in sexual reproduction male and female both are involved. So यहाँ पे starting definition में you have seen कि here the word males come and here the word females come. Now male and female, when they will do the reproduction process of this, so reproduction, the new plants will grow. Now how the stamen and pistil, what they are doing? So they are reproducing the new plants. Let's see. In flowers also there are 2 parts, that is a unisexual and a bisexual. In unisexual flower it means it has either stamen or a pistil. Means यहाँ तो उसमें male part होगा, यहाँ तो उसमें female part होगा. These we can see the flowers of corn, papaya and cucumber. These unisexual means it has either stamen or a pistil. Means in this either stamen will be present or a pistil will be present. This example we can see in the flowers of corn, papaya and the cucumber. But bisexual, it has the both stamen and pistil. Bisexual जो है उसमें दोनों involved होंगे. The stamen and the pistil means both male and as well as female. So we can see the same in the flowers of mustard and the rose. We can see the example of bisexual in the flowers of mustard and rose. So let's see again. Sexual reproduction means when the both male and female are involved for the process, that is known as a sexual reproduction. So means flowering plants are producing flowers as a reproductive organ of a plant. So in flower, a stamen is the male part and a pistil is a female part. Stamen को हम लोग male part बोलते हैं, उसको pistil को हम लोग female part बोलते हैं. So in flowers also 2 types are there, unisexual and bisexual. So in unisexual, it is either stamen or a pistil. Means in this either male will involve, either male will present or either female. And this example we can see in the flowers of corn, papaya and cucumber. But in bisexual both are present, stamen and as well as pistil. Means in flowers of mustard and rose we can see the example of bisexual. I hope up to this you have understood that what I have taught you. As we have seen, the animals are also helping to the plants in many ways. Yes, in chapter number 17, Forest Our Lifeline, we have seen that plants are also dependent on animals for their survival. Now you are thinking like this, sir, how it is possible? Plants are giving all the things which we need for survival and even to the animals. Then how the plants are dependent on the animals for their survival? Yes, of course, plants are dependent on for their survival on animals. As animals are also releasing CO2, means carbon dioxide, they are also releasing. So they are taking to prepare their own food, and animals are also helping to the plants in the process of the pollination. They are also helping in the process of pollination. Now pollination means what? You have to read this chapter and you have to find out what is the pollination means, how the animals are helping to the plants for the process of pollination, as we have studied in the chapter number 17. So I hope up to this you understood the part first, and this is the part second video which I have taught you now. So I hope you understood up to this. So whatever doubt if you are having in this video, you can ask from me during online session. Thank you and have a nice day.